All right, hey team, welcome to our Thursday night call. It is obviously Thursday, March 12th for those 5 people that are watching on YouTube. Actually, I think last week we had 11 people, so we're moving in the right direction, team, if you're listening to the recording. Yay. Anyways, let's start off with recognition. Congratulations to the top 5 coaches for having the top 5 PV volume. Stephanie Brickley with 405, Lindsay Sessions with 375, Heather Cop, probably totally botched that, and I do apologize, with 285, Sarah Berry with 240, and Jamie Arena with 195. Way to go, guys. So far, we've had 2 coaches lock in Success Club and claim their Beachbody-opoly. Congratulations to Stephanie Brickley with Success Club 8 and Emily Albrico with Success Club 7. Jessica Thal and Lindsay Sessions, you guys are super close. You just need like 1 more point, and there are other people on the board. I know this is a tough month, and if anybody wants to say, no, it's not, minus Emily Albrico and Stephanie Brickley, I think we will all agree. It's been a very tough month. I'm struggling myself this month. You know, it's just... And this is what happens after a team cup. We come off of a huge high of trying to get to tier 1 and get to tier 2 and get to tier 3. And then it's like, crap, it's a new month. Like what happened to all the people I was talking to? But it's very important that you guys don't give up. And I know it's easy to be like, you know what? I'm not going to even bother trying this month. But if you don't try this month, you're going to even struggle even more next month. This business is always 30 days behind. So whatever seeds you're planting today are the ones that are going to be there in 30 days from now. So if you're not planting seeds today, chances are you're going to have another super rough month in April. Sorry, I'm making sure everybody, there we go. So you're going to have a super rough month also in April. And the month isn't even halfway over. You guys know what my saying is. It's not over till it's over. It is only the 12th. It's not even close to halfway over. So I need you guys, we need to get out of this rut. And I think it's safe to say a majority of the team is in a huge rut. But we've got to pull ourselves out of it. And we just have to remind ourselves like what we're doing. We're here to help people. So if we're not constantly posting, we're not constantly sharing, we're not constantly inviting, then we're not helping people that need the help. So let's keep plugging along. We can do this. I'm telling myself the same thing because I'm also down just like many of you, but we can do this and we're going to bounce back, and this is going to be another terrific month, and we're just going to keep going up from here. And I would love to hear from you guys, and this is a chance that we're going to kind of change the way we do team calls for a second. What are you guys thinking is the struggle this month? What are you guys having a hard time with? You're all muted, so feel free to raise your hand or unmute yourself. I would love to hear feedback from anybody. Hopefully not all of us are going to be super quiet like always. But I would love to know what you guys are thinking is a struggle or what you're having a hard time with this month, because it may be something somebody else is having a hard time with, and we can come up with a solution on how to get past that. So does anybody have anything? Layla, is that you waving to me? There you go, Layla.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know for me, like, I have T25 and I haven't really done it. So I noticed like I actually just wrote it down. I haven't been posting about what's like for sale this month, I guess. Like I don't necessarily want to be like, hey, get this. It's, you know, $180, or, you know, how we usually do it's $10 with Shakeology or whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like I really have anything that'll draw them in. So I know I was telling you earlier that I'm going to do the 3-day refresh. So if you know, I'm going to stick to it. So hopefully I have good results and you guys could all use my results, you know, that could be something that hopefully will get people in.
And I think that's something important to remember is Beachbody On Demand did come out this month. And I don't know if any of you guys have sold a challenge pack with it, but this is a huge thing. So I think it's easy to be like, crap, I haven't done T25 yet, I can't talk about it. But we can talk about Beachbody On Demand and having $15,000 worth of programs at our fingertips, because there are people out there that hate going to the gym, don't like DVDs, they're constantly don't know what program they want, or they're just not ready to commit, and the Beachbody On Demand is a great way to do it. So that's even something that you guys can talk about, and that's another, like, it's only $10 this month, and that's a good one because it's like it's only $10 this month, but you get that $10 for 3 months of a span. You know what I mean? So I agree. I haven't posted once about T25. I probably will not post about T25, but I will post about Beachbody On Demand, and I will post about TurboFire because I lost 40 pounds from TurboFire, which is another thing you guys can also use to so Layla, I do agree with you. It's hard to promote the programs that we haven't done when they're on sale. And that's why I still plug along with 21 Day Fix. It's pretty much all I sell, whether it's on sale or whether it's not on sale. You just have to focus on what you know. And definitely if you have not talked about Beachbody On Demand, make sure you guys are talking about it. With just a little show of hands, who has been talking about Beachbody On Demand? Like, who's actually posted about it? So about big majority of us. Make sure we're posting on it. It's basically the Netflix of fitness, and nobody else out there has anything like Beachbody On Demand. Nobody. They can work out with Shanti one day, work out with Tony Horton the next day, and then hang out with Shalane Johnson another day. And then if they really are feeling spicy, they can hang out with Leandro from Brazil Butt Lift. Like, there's so many options out there, so definitely make sure you guys are talking about that. Does anybody else have any other struggles that they're thinking?
Heard that over.
No. All right. Well, I figured nobody would talk to me.
I had one thing.
Yeah, go ahead, Crystal.
I was trying to unmute myself.
You're fine.
It's not a specific struggle. I don't know. I'm having a problem balancing what I already have going on with doing these types of things, finding that power hour because I have a full-time job and 3 kids. It's just so hard, and I need to sit down and need to set that time aside. But how do you find time to do that?
Completely understandable. I know for me, when I first started out, I was a full-time student. I worked full-time. I had an internship and I was planning a wedding. Like, I was about ready to cut my head off because there was not enough hours in the day. And it got to the point that I was like, okay, I have 30 minutes. This is all I have. So what do I need to focus on for those 30 minutes? And for me, the first thing I had to do was invite. If I'm not inviting, my business is not growing. So I kind of mapped out, like, what were the top things that I needed to work on? Was it inviting? That was number 1. My challenge group was always number 2. And then third was like personal development or whatever. Those were the things that I focused on. So for you, you may have to map out, okay, I only have 30 minutes Monday through Friday. So I have to map out what I'm going to do Monday, what I'm going to map out what I'm going to do Tuesday through Friday. That way you're following that schedule and you're not getting off base and like, okay, crap, it's Friday. I didn't invite on Tuesday, even though it was on the schedule. So you may have to plan out your day. And I'm actually going to do something. I don't know if it'll help you guys. I mean, I always hope that anything I do helps you guys. I'm going to make a calendar of like ideas of what to post every day. Because sometimes we have a hard time like, okay, what should I be posting today? And it was an idea I got from another coach. So hopefully that's something that can also help you, Crystal, because then you can plan your posts ahead of time. Emily's really good about doing that. She'll put them in her phone. And then when she's ready to go, she just posts them. So I would get with Karina or message me, and let's try to come up with a system for you and help you out with that.
Okay.
All right.
Also, another thing, so Crystal, while you're working and stuff and you can't post, if you go ahead and set up like your Hootsuite, I don't know if I'm saying that right or not, but then that like that'll like save like your extra like 10 minutes, like when you are usually going through on like your lunch break or something and post something on Facebook, you can use that time to go ahead and invite people or to go ahead and, you know, get something else of your, like do your personal development, anything during that time instead, because your posts are already scheduled to go ahead for you.
Yeah, and I just figured out how to get my workouts and my eating, I mean, not my eating, but like my workouts and my shower and stuff in, because I was finding a hard time to get those in, so that's when I do it on my lunch. It's a perfect amount of time for me to get a shower and do my workout, whatever. So that's not going to be good for anything else. But Hootsuite, I hate Hootsuite because I can't think of enough stuff to put into Hootsuite for like.
Oh, see, that's what I'll come in handy with you on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I just got to plan time to talk to Karina.
And I don't know if you girls are finding this. Just be careful with those scheduled posts because I don't feel like they come up in the timeline as often. So not everybody may see them.
Right.
Absolutely.
I think Facebook is kind of pushing back at some of those services.
Actually, Facebook is getting rid and coming here soon. We will not be able to use Hootsuite or anything like that.
Yeah.
Via Facebook. Facebook does not want third-party people. So use it for now, and we can talk about it later. I don't want to like get the whole call just talking about that.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, Kelsey.
Hey, Ashley?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Sorry. I was going to ask a question.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Sorry. So I've missed almost every single National Wake Up Call on Monday, and I just have not been able to listen to the replay. So are those my only options, listening to it like live Monday or then calling in and listening to the replay? It's like, can I download it?
You have an iPhone?
Yeah.
You can download it in the podcast.
I can. Okay.
I'll send you what it's called in podcast, and you can download them straight to your phone.
Okay, that would be wonderful because I am so far behind and I really want to catch up and listen to them.
Yes. I do that when we are driving 8 hours to Ohio. I usually wait to listen to National Wake Up Call until then, and it's 8 hours of personal development.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes,
That's
Stephanie?
the only way I get a chance to listen to the wake up call.
Yeah, that's the only way I do it too.
Oh, I was just going to say that I have that podcast addict, and then usually on Mondays or Wednesdays I just like walk around on the treadmill and listen to that and get it in. I try not to like put it off for too long because it is important to like get your momentum for the week. So
It's a good thing. I agree.
I don't have an Apple phone, but I need to catch up on those too. So how would I do that?
I have an Android. Do you have an Android? It's called Podcast Addict.
Okay.
And there's like a Team Beachbody one. It's kind of confusing. There's like a Team Beachbody app. I'm looking at it right now. And then there's like another one. I'll have to look at it. I'll type it in while she's chatting so you can download it. It's free though.
Okay.
All right. So with that, I'm going to hand the call over to Kelsey. Kelsey is hosting our call tonight on Facebook ads, I believe. Yeah. All right. So Kelsey, I'm going to unmute you, and then she is going to take it over. And because we did a lot of questions in the beginning, we probably will not do questions at the end, except for unless it relates to Facebook and Facebook ads. So Kelsey, go ahead and take it away.
All right. Hey, guys. Okay. Can everyone see it okay?
Yep. You're good.
Okay. All right. So just a little briefing about me, I guess. I've been a coach since July, and I really just pretty much started working the business this January. And I chose to do this call about Facebook ads because the majority of my customers I've gotten through Facebook ads. So here we go. Hopefully it's helpful to some of you. Okay. So if any of you are looking for like a little refresher on how to just, work your like pages and stuff like that, Brittany did a good call last summer, and that's on the team call recordings. You can find it. It's team call August 17th, 2014. So if any of you are just looking for tips on how to start up a Facebook like page or how to run that and how to run events and stuff, that's a great resource. All right, so tonight I'll be covering some basics. The majority of this will be about how to successfully target your audience and who you're looking for. I'll talk about how to choose a photo, what to put in the description, and how to follow up. So we'll start with some advertising basics. Move this really quick. All right, so why would someone turn to Facebook advertising? One popular reason is just to basically expand your following. Maybe you feel like you've been working this a really long time and you've already contacted all your current friends, family members, and coworkers, and either all of them who are interested are currently with you or still on the fence about it. Facebook advertising is a great way to branch out to people that you don't currently know yet. It's a good way to generate a lot of interest quickly. For example, at the end of the month, I usually will run an ad, especially if I'm really pushing the Hit Success Club the last week of the month, and it turned out to be pretty successful. And then Facebook in general has some pretty awesome targeting capabilities. Advertising, is important and crucial to any business out there. But specifically using Facebook, they provide us with these awesome tools of how to target like these specific people that you want. So I'll teach you how to, use that into depth so that you can get the customers and coaches that you want on your team, not just like random people. Okay. So this was just a quote that I kind of liked. Many a small thing has been made large by the right kind of advertising. And that was by Mr. Mark Twain. Okay, so using Ads Manager. Just a little first and foremost, I always recommend using a computer to do ads rather than your mobile. There's just not as many ways to customize it using the mobile app, I found. So to really take advantage of all the ways to customize and target your ad to a specific crowd, I would really recommend doing it from a computer. So there are different types of ads that Facebook offers. Many of us are familiar with boosting posts and promoting a page. Those are the two that I'll be focusing on because those are the two that I found work the best. They also have types of ads to send people to a website, increase conversations on a website, get installs of your app, but we don't really have apps that we do unless you're really smart and you made your own app. Reach people near you, raise event attendance, get people to claim offers, and get video views. I have done the offer. I know Ashley's tried it and a couple other people have tried it. Myself, I didn't get any responses from it. I think I ran it for a week and only 5 people clicked on it, and then I didn't see anything from that. So I'm going to focus on boosting posts and promoting your page. So when you create an ad, for those of you who've never done it before, there's a little bit of a breakdown. When you go to Ads Manager, that is on your Facebook, it'll be broken down into a campaign, an ad set, and an ad. And an ad is your specific post. So most of the time, if you're on your page and there's one post that you want to get seen more than the others, you'll press Boost Post, and that will create an ad, and it'll also create an ad set and a campaign. It's not really important to think of those things unless you're wanting to create multiple ads within a single campaign, and I'll talk about that. So that would be, for example, when you want to boost your page likes, that's going to create an ad that shows up on people's news feeds. And sometimes I'll create like 3 ads within that ad set so that people don't get tired of seeing the same picture all the time. If I boost it for a month or a week, I'll pick 3 different pictures that'll create 3 different ads within that ad set. And during that week, different pictures will be shown at different times so people won't get tired of seeing the same old picture. Hopefully, my thought is by having 3 different pictures, they'll appeal to 3 different crowds and they'll get more people in. So these nifty tools that I was talking about earlier, once you're in Ads Manager, and everyone has this, it's just a part of having a Facebook like page. So if you have a like page, you also have Ads Manager. It's just right in there. Ads Manager allows you to look at your history. It allows you to compare the results of all your different ads. It shows you quickly how much each ad costed per engagement. And so what that means is it shows you how much you paid per like or per comment. So for example, if I paid $5 for a week and only got 5 likes, that's $1 per engagement, which is kind of expensive, rather than if it was a really good ad and I paid $5 for the week and I got thousands of likes and clicks, and the cost per engagement goes down, and that's what you want to see. So you're able to see that on the page. You're able to see how many people you reached, the amount you spent in total, and your start and your end date. That's going to be important for when you're trying to look back and see what was successful and what wasn't. And then Facebook recently just came out with this thing called the Ad Relevance Score. And this is really cool. Facebook is so smart. It's going to rank your ads. Once they've hit 500 engagements, it's going to give you a score of 1 to 10. And that's going to show you, the higher the score is, the more relevant your ad is. Basically, if it's showing that your ad is, a 1 to a 5, you're going to know that that's something you may need to change. Maybe the ad is old, people are getting tired of it. But if it's a 10 or a 9, then that's really good, and you're going to want to keep doing those types of ads. And so to improve your relevance score, have on the left here, this is directly from Facebook. You need to be specific with your targeting, consider the image and message, refresh your ad, learn from testing, and avoid using offensive content. I've highlighted the first two because I will be covering those pretty extensively. And then the rest of them are kind of self-explanatory. I don't think any of us use offensive content on our Facebooks. We're pretty good with that. So yeah, moving right along. Now I'll go into how to target your audience. And I think this is just so cool. So why do you want to target your audience? For anybody who isn't familiar with Facebook like pages, just a brief summary. When you post something on your like page, say you have 500 people who like your page. Not all 500 people who like your page are going to see what you post. Facebook, for whatever reason, picks a certain amount of people that like your page, and it's going to show that in their news feed. Just pulling numbers out of the air. Let's say I post something this morning. It's going to pick like 5 or 10 people to show it to. And if those 5 or 10 people like it or comment on it, Facebook is going to think, okay, well, this is a relevant post. And then it'll pick like 5 to 10 more people to show it to. And so basically, you want to have followers that are going to engage in your posts, because if they're not engaging and they're never going to engage, then they might be seeing your posts, and because they're not engaging, Facebook thinks that you're not posting relevant stuff, and so they're not going to show it to everyone. So it just really works in your favor to have people liking your page that are actually going to interact with you. There's no extra fee to target your audience, so, why not? If you're going to be paying for the ad anyways, you might as well just take a couple extra clicks and target who you want to target. So when you go into Ads Manager and you go to start your ad, the first thing you'll see is location, age, gender, and language. And these are all pretty basic. I've picked out some examples and shown them in screenshots here. All of my ads I do to Canada and the United States, and that's because those are the 2 locations where Beachbody is available. You want to pick your target age, and everyone is obviously going to have different ages that they're targeting. I'm 25, so my target age that I've just kind of picked for myself is 21 to 35, because those are the people I'm most comfortable working with. I choose to only target women, and I choose to target people who speak English just because I don't speak any of their languages, and I want to be the most help to them that I can. So now we start getting into the cool stuff. There's going to be a little box that says more demographics. And this is like endless. You can pick people with specific relationship statuses. You can pick people with different educations, different work backgrounds, different financial situations. You can pick people who live in different houses, ethnic affinities, different generations if you're targeting specific people, parents, and life events. And so just to show how cool this is, I know a lot of people on the team are targeting moms, and they want to reach out to moms that have young children or whatnot. And so over in my little picture, I just am showing a few of the examples of people that you can target. You can target fit moms, green moms, stay-at-home moms, new moms. I also try and target people who are recently engaged, because I find a lot of the time girls who are recently engaged are looking to, get fit for their wedding and their engagement photos. So you have all those options that you may not have been aware of before. And then you have your interest box. I always have like 8 or so that I do every time. I always target to Forever 21 and Victoria's Secret, because I find that girls who shop there want to look good in clothes, and I do a lot of Victoria's Secret gift card giveaways, and so people who like Victoria's Secret are obviously going to be more motivated to join a group if they're going to win a Victoria's Secret gift card. I also do target people who are interested in discount stores, because a lot of times I find people are more interested in coaching because you get a discount if they're interested in discount stores. So there's just really endless possibilities. However, you're going to want to stick to just a couple. As you are narrowing down your audience, every time you click, it's going to show you on the right how many people a day your ad is technically going to be shown to. And just keep in mind that the more you narrow that down, the most of these that you pick, it's going to lower the amount that your ad is seen. So you'll eventually find whatever works for you. There's even a suggestions box that'll pop up, and once you have 2 or 3 in there, you can click the suggestions tab and it'll show you like, oh, do you also want to target people who like this or other people who like this? And so that works too. Basically, you're going to want to think of what do you want your ideal challenger or your ideal coach to look like. Then there's a tab that includes behaviors, and this is kind of cool too. Obviously, to purchase Beachbody items, you need to have a credit card because it's solely online. So you can target people who are active credit card users. You can target people who have a purchase behavior. So however Facebook knows, it knows that people have purchased, fresh produce and low-fat foods and organic food. You can choose to target those people. And targeting those people it'll show that these people are taking an active effort to look into their health. So they might be, more willing to join a challenge group. So just a lot of options. There's also under behaviors, there's job roles. So if you're looking to target nurses or students or teachers, there's a behavior of the media, and you can target people who watch cooking or health shows. So really you should just go in, if you're thinking about making any Facebook ads, just go in and just, look at all these options that you have. And you'll find some that are right for you, and you'll find some that work to target who you're looking to target. All right, now how to choose a photo. These are just some examples of ads that I've run that have been successful. The 2 on the top, were my most successful ads. I think between the 2 of them, I got like 75 comments with emails in them. So that's 75 potential new customers, 75 people that I'm starting conversations with because they responded and gave me their email, which has been awesome. The Facebook has some strict guidelines. And if you've ever tried to make an ad before, you may have gotten a message saying that it wasn't approved. I know I've gotten them tons of times because technically text cannot take up more than 20% of the photo. And so I find that when I make things on Rana or other photo editing apps, when I'm physically typing text on it, it'll always reject it. However, I found, and I don't know if it just lets them slide or what, but these 2, obviously it looks like the text is more than 20%, but those were like stickers in the app. I found that when I use those stickers with quotes and stuff, they don't get flagged and they get approved. So, take your chance and it might work. So the top 2 I've used as posts. And then I also have some examples for if you're trying to get more page likes. So this bottom 3 cluster of photos is an example of what I was talking about earlier with having multiple ads within an ad set. So earlier in February, I boosted my page. So I promoted my page to get more page likes for $5 a day. And within that ad set, I created each of these 3 ads. And so I created one that's just, the standard one is your cover page, and that's what this middle one is. That's the photo it's automatically going to select for you if you click that you would like to advertise to get more page likes. But then you can also add more photos. So I also added one that talks about recipes and food, because I post food pictures and recipes daily. And I also created one that talks about my challenge groups. And during that ad set, all 3 of these ads rotated. So it's not like people were just seeing one the whole month and like getting sick of it. It was rotating, and I think it was creating a bigger it generated more likes. So just refer to the Facebook advertising guidelines. They're pretty strict, but I mean, I find a lot of them, the one that I have to worry about most is the text taking up more than 20% of the photo. The other ones are pretty self-explanatory. It's like no nudity, no profanity, no racial slurs, which obviously none of us are going to do that. So they're pretty nitpicky on the text thing. So that's pretty much the only thing I would say to look out for. They also don't let you boost posts with transformation before and after photos. So unfortunately, those don't work. But another example of a photo that worked for me was this picture of the dresses. I used that to promote my December challenge group. I'm targeting people who like Forever 21 and stores like that. And so I got a lot of people in my challenge group for December by putting this picture of dresses, because I was advertising that, like get into the dress size that you want by New Year's Eve. So if you're out of ideas, you can always do something like that. Now, what to put in the description. I looked through all my ads, and I've done a ton, and I found that the best ones that work for me have this format. So I always post at first what I'm looking for. And I find that when I post that I'm looking for a specific amount of girls, I get more traffic on my site than when I don't. So I'll typically say, hey, I'm looking for 10 to 20 women who are looking to lose, X amount of pounds by such and such a date. And then I create a hook to draw them in. So I create the next paragraph to appeal to them and why they would want to join me. So, you can read that. Then I include what the challenge entails. So does it include a meal plan? Does it include workouts? This example, I was advertising the 21-day fix. So it obviously included the meal plan and working out for 30 minutes a day. Then talk about the challenge group. And then at the end, I talk about extra perks such as giveaways, prizes, etc. And then at the end, you'll want to include your contact info and how they can contact you. I always say that they can leave their email in the comments, or they can send me a message. And that seemed to work out pretty well. So following up, people will either send messages to your page, or they'll leave their emails and comments. A lot of people will just comment saying, oh, I'm interested, or I'm in, and not leave you any way of contacting them. So just ask them for their email. They always give it to you. And then once you're talking to them, just follow your 5-step invitation process. Something along the lines of, hi, I'm glad that you're interested in my challenge group. Let me ask you a few questions, yada, yada. You guys know how to follow up. So personally, I don't follow up with people who just like my posts, just because I've tried that in the past and I haven't gotten any response out of it. My very first ad that I ran, 2 people commented, and I got a ton of likes, so I was so excited, and I started friend requesting them, and then Facebook was like, if you keep doing this, you're going to go to Facebook jail, and nobody wants that. So I stopped trying to add people who just liked my posts. But I found that once I targeted it more, I got more comments, and those are people that you're going to want to follow up with, because those are the people that are actually legitimately interested. So I just had one closing thought, and that is that you can always go back. Don't forget that you can always go back to successful ads later and rerun them. I had a successful ad in January with my page likes, And for now, that's that one with the 3 ads. For now, I'm still targeting the same audience. So every once in a while, I'll just go back to that ad and run it for a week. And it's like it's already set up for me, so it's really nice. So if you find something that works and something that's successful, don't be afraid to go back to it. You can just change the date and like alter it and make it, you know, a week per month or for a whole month or for the last week of the month. And hopefully that will work for you. Hopefully you found this beneficial and hopefully the tips will work. So does anyone have any questions? Feel free to.
I have a question, Kelsey.
Yes.
Can you explain the sticker thing with the text? Because I really would like to use that.
Oh, yeah. Do you have Rana?
I do.
Okay, so I just have found that when I use the little quotes that they already have in there, what are they called, like overlays?
Oh, okay, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, when I use those, I don't get flagged for some reason. So
Okay.
that's the only text I have on there, and I haven't actually typed anything myself. I found that it gets through most of the time. So fingers crossed it works for everyone.
Okay, I'll try that out. Thank you.
Is Rana an app? If it is, how do you spell it?
It's RHONNA.
It's only on iPhone.
No, I have it. I have an Android.
Oh, cool.
Ashley's freaking out, I think.
Oh, I'm on mute. I'm not used to be muted. It's word swag that's only on iPhones. Rana,
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I put it in the group chat for anybody that needs to know how to get to it. And honestly, these suggestions work. Brittany used to do, I don't know if you still do this, Brittany. I know she used to run ads all the time. I feel like I'm talking. Okay, yeah. She's with Alex. And they work. Brittany and I talked to Kelsey about them a while back. Brittany's like, oh, were you talking to me? I run mine about 2 weeks out of the month to get likes on my page, and I've actually grown almost 1,000 likes since the beginning of the year. And they're actually people that are engaging with me. And I'm not saying it's for everybody. Some people may not be at the point that they want to invest money in it, and that is okay. I think that, Brittany, is that how you've grown your like page too?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's mainly all from that. I think I got like my first 1,000 people or something probably organically.
Mm-hmm.
But then other than that, it's been from the like page.
Like, okay.
Yeah, whatever they call it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I do the same thing that Kelsey does. I boost my posts too. I mainly boost my posts when it comes about challenge groups. So when it comes about coaching, the ones that I'm like, all right, this is going to get people's attention. And you can also, I don't know, Kelsey, if you've ever done it, if mine aren't getting anything, I actually will stop the boost because then I don't have to worry about my money being taken away. And then I can just invest the money in else.
I do that too. Like if I find that it's not, generating what I want it to be generating, I stop it. And I'm looking forward to this, that new thing that what was it called? The ad relevance score.
Yeah, I didn't even know that existed. So thank you for teaching me something tonight.
Yeah, it popped up as I was going through my my ads manager today, and it was like, check out, we have this new ad relevance score. And so I found that the ones that I had already picked to show you guys in this presentation, they were like a 9 and a 10. I was like, all right. But then I did have some like 5s and 4s. So I'm like, I'm glad that, I'm not telling them to do those ones, but
I'll have to go check that out. And also something I remember, Brittany, we had suggested this, and I was like, I don't know if I want to invest the money. If you decide every week, if you're getting a paycheck every week, you're like, all right, I'm just going to take $10 a week, and that is going to be my Facebook money, then you're investing your money. You can write it off at tax time. You can access the receipts from somewhere in the Facebook manager, or they email them to you. I don't know, or your bank statement or something. But you could be like, okay, I'm just going to take $10 out of this paycheck, and I'm going to use it to boost my Facebook like page. And this is obviously for those that have a like page. So for those that don't have a like page, I do apologize. But this is good, relevant info for later on when you do have a like page. So it's not wasted knowledge.
And I forgot that on the computer, you can pick any amount that you want. So if you just want to do it for $1 a day, like anything helps. But on the phone, I've tried doing it. It only lets you do it in increments of $5, $10, $15, $20 a day. So if you're wanting to do it for $1 or $2 a day, just check out the computer because it lets you type in your own amount.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I'll boost my page for like 7 days and pay $1, and I'll gain like 50 followers, and I paid $7. Like,
right. Mm-hmm.
It's worth it. What were you going to say, Stephanie?
I guess my questions for Kelsey are, like, how much money are you spending on this? And, like, with your pictures and the overlay, like, I kind of do that stuff in Photofy, but as far as the advertising, like, how much time are you spending on that? Because you're probably kind of trying to create that just so you can advertise, right? Some of that stuff looks pretty fancy.
Yes and no. Those 2 posts, I think the first one I just created as a post, but literally it was like a background and then my picture and then just one little stamp thing. So it literally took five minutes. And then as for how much I'm spending, so yeah, you don't really have to spend a lot of time creating the picture. Let me see if I can get to my ads manager. I did spend a bit more than I thought I was going to in February. I spent...
Where do you find this information?
Okay, so if you go to Ads Manager.
Yikes, I spent more in February than I intended to as well. All right.
Well, I want to know how much more is than you were anticipating. I don't know what I'm getting into.
So, I started doing it for $2 a day, and then I saw that I was getting a lot of likes, and so I was like, okay, this is working. I'm going to do $5 a day. So then I did $5 a day, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to also boost a post while I'm promoting my page. And so I ended up spending $100 in February, but that was also the first month I hit Success Club in like 6 months. And I attribute it all to that. So,
and like I said, it may not be for, I mean, I spent $150, which is more than I was intending to spend, but it's going to be different for everybody else. And I'm not saying you can be like, I only want to spend $20 this month. So
yeah, that's my, is it like a waste of time if I say, okay, I'm going to spend $10 or I'm going to spend $20 just to like try it out?
Not at all, because you're like Kelsey says, you're going to A, get new likes, and B, you're going to get new contacts out of it. And for me, that's worth it in the end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going on almost a year now of coaching, so I feel like eventually, soon, I'm going to run out of people, you know. I need to expand my audience, but I don't really want to spend $100 a month on it.
No, either do I, and I didn't realize I was spending that much. But, I mean, I think Kelsey will agree with me as well. It builds your audience because you're going to find people that you wouldn't necessarily find. So if you spend $20 a month, and I'm not saying it's all about Success Club points and all about money, so please don't come running to me saying I'm saying that, guys.
But you can make that back.
You can make that back. If you sell a challenge pack and you get a $40 commission, you've made half back of what you made, and you're also creating new relationships and you're meeting new people.
And you feel like those are like real likes, because I've also read some things where people like talking about like farms and they're not real people, but you feel like it's legitimate people.
Right. Yes. Before I started, Ashley mentioned that I talked to her and Britt about it. I was like so hesitant to do that because I watched this video and this guy was like, if you pay for likes,
yeah, I watched that.
You're going to get all these people who like your page, but then your stuff is going to get shown to them and they're just going to blow you off. And so I was really hesitant until they told me about the targeting thing. And I find that when I target my stuff, it'll show, you know, like you have 100 new likes, and then all of a sudden I'll see my posts and like I have these new people liking my stuff. And there was this one girl who liked my page when I first ran an ad in February. And I've seen her like liking like at least a post a week of mine, which is pretty cool. And then she messaged me the other day and she's like, so I've been reading your stuff. And so that's one person that's just come out of just liking it. So, which is awesome. There's also been other people liking my stuff, which is cool. So it's not just people who don't interact. I was worried about it too, but I just target it, you know, as much as you want to.
Okay.
We'll only show it to those people. So hopefully the people on Click Farms don't have a lot of interests.
Yeah.
And plus, when you're narrowing it down, I think a lot of those farms also come from overseas. You're narrowing it down to United States and to Canada.
Right.
I mean, I'm the person that I actually do friend request people that like my page. And so I'm like, all right, you're actually a real person. You're Sally Sue who lives in Fargo, North Dakota. Carissa, don't ask why I picked that. She lives there. But so I do feel like they're genuine people. And I mean, you can always take it and see how it works. And if it doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you.
Mm-hmm.
I do it a lot of times. I'll do a share thing. And I think Kelsey has done it too. When I do giveaways, like a Shakeology giveaway, that is a great way to get more people also into your network. So, I mean, it's good for challenge groups and it's good for like recruiting coaches.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I got, like a month ago, I had a couple more people than I usually do for the coach, like what is coaching group thing. And I got all of those people just from an ad that I ran. It was like 4 people. So none of them became coaches, but hey, we're talking to them.
Never know, though.
Not know forever.
Exactly.
So this couldn't have come at a better time because I had pretty much given up on my like page for the past couple weeks because I have like 22 likes right now, and I was just like, this is just a time waster. I'm just going to concentrate on Instagram and my main Facebook page. But I had a question about, okay, the cover photo. You have the cover photo, the background photo, and then your profile photo.
Yeah.
The cover photo, how do you create that? Because I don't have Photoshop, and I've noticed like if you upload a photo, it's like really zoomed in. Yeah.
Pickmonkey.com.
Oh, okay.
It's free. It's a website. If you go to my page, I have a collage up on mine. And
Yeah, I wanted to do like a collage of photos and
Pickmonkey.com.
Yep.
Okay, because I was using that and I thought I tried it out and it didn't work. Anyways, I'll try it
I'm
again.
a pro at that. So is Kelsey. She likes to create my graphics for me. So I'm sure either one of us would be more than willing to help you.
Okay, yeah. And
I literally messaged Kelsey the day. I was like, hello, graphic queen. I need a graphic.
Yeah.
There's also a free online version of Photoshop. It's called Pixlr. Pixlr. Yeah, Pixlr. I put it in the little chat thing.
Okay.
If you want something generic, you can Google Facebook cover street too, and the pictures are like the actual correct size. It's like Facebook cover street or something like that.
Yeah, and you can do the same thing on PicMonkey. You can actually choose a Facebook cover. And something that I think has been in one of the many trainings that we use in any of our trainings, FYI, if anybody needs to get off, you guys are more than welcome to leave. Not saying you have to. I'm just saying if you need to. Sorry, that sounded kind of rude. You want to make your cover photo appealing because especially if you're paying for likes, people need to know who you are. So like my cover photo, for example, I'm trying to see where it's at real quick. I think I have my before, I have my after. I've got a picture of me in my team shirt, and of course Stilt is in like 5 photos because that's who I am. So you want to make it engaging. Same thing with the profile picture that you use because people are going to look at your like page and they're going to decide within 5 seconds if there's somebody that they want to like. So you got to make sure that cover photo and that profile picture are engaging and are about what you are. So you have a 6-pack, which I'm very jealous about, Katrina. So that is something that I would put on your cover photo. Something like that because it draws people's attention. I think, Kelsey, you got something don't you have something like that, Kelsey? Yeah?
Yeah, mine is like, I have like food on it and me working out and then us with Carl and a before and after.
Yeah, yours is really good, Kelsey. I like that. And if you go around to other top coaches like Tara Carr, Melanie Mitro, all those top coaches, they have something very similar. So if you have a like page, look at things like that and be like, okay, if I'm looking at my cover photo, does this say who I am? Or does it just show me as another fitness person? You got to set yourself apart from the other 250,000 Beachbody coaches. Anybody else have any other questions for Kelsey? No. Kelsey, thank you so much for hosting. You did a great job. I love when there's slideshows. It makes it, I just like slideshows. So thank you, Kelsey. I greatly appreciate it. And I think it was a very informational call. And for those that don't have like pages, maybe it's something you want to dabble in, figure out. I mean, it's not necessary right now, but in the long run, you're going to want one. I used to only do Facebook, and now I only communicate via like page because eventually Facebook's going to be like, you have too many friends. Goodbye. I know it sounds weird, but Facebook does max out at 5,000 friends. And you're like, how do you have 5,000 friends? But it happens. You can get there. Some little quick FYIs. We do have a new Emerald to Diamond training group starting on March 30th. This will be the last one until June. So you have to be a paid Emerald by the 26th. So what does that mean? You're just a lifetime Emerald. That's it. So if you are already an Emerald and you want to do it, make sure you fill out the application that I have posted in the team page. And if you're not sure if it's for you, talk to your upline, because chances are your upline has also done the training. So coaches, encourage your coaches about this training as well, because it's 60 days, but it is going to be self-paced, meaning it's going to be where you can just access it in the files. So I think that's all I have. We do have a new coach training. I was going to start one in the middle of the month, but we have no new coaches to add into it yet. So we'll start a new one at the first of the month. Make sure you're with our call next week, Thursday, same time, same place, every single week. Lindsay Bakke will be hosting our call next week, and I believe she's talking about branding, which is a good topic. So I encourage you all to be on the call live. To all my 11 YouTube watchers, I still have room for you. Come join us. All right, you guys have a great evening. Kelsey, again, thank you so much. You did an amazing job.
Thanks, guys.
You all have a good night. Bye, guys.